Good morning. Did I even hear a good morning? I am sure my audience can do much better today, this being the second day. Let's hear it for everybody. Good morning. That's some good vibes in the house. Thank you so much. Let me begin by saying to meet and to part is the way of life. To part and to meet is the hope of life. And with that optimism, I would like to begin the second day of International Tooling Summit 2024, celebrating its 8th edition. My name is Shayanti Banerjee, and it's an absolute honor and privilege to be your host for both these days. A huge round of applause for the amazing audience that you have been. I will also take this opportunity to thank our eminent sponsors without whom we could not have made this event a success. So please put your hands together as I name them one by one. The event has been powered by S&T Group of Companies. Our gold partner is Makino India Private Limited. Thank you for cheering, everybody. Silver partner, Fibro India Precisions Products Private Limited. Networking partner, Purohit Steel India Private Limited. And also, Muse Burger India Private Limited. Lucky draw partner, Devu Tools Private Limited. And Ace Designers Limited, Machining Center Division. And also associate partner, Syntec 3M Tool Room. These are both the associate partners. Huge round of applause for everybody who has made this event a success, including y'all. To begin the day with more optimism, at this point of time, may I request Mr. Vice President to please join us on stage, Mr. D. Shanmugasundaram, sir. Huge round of applause for him, and yes, for myself also for getting the name right. Thank you, you all have been a kind audience, including sir himself. Over to Mr. Shanmugasundaram.
Good morning to everyone, and welcome back to the second day. I hope you had a fantastic networking yesterday evening. Yes? So yesterday was an incredible start to this event with power-packed sessions and panel discussions that delved into various facets of the tooling industry, from technological advancements, challenges and opportunities. Our chief guest and guest of honor shared thoughts of provoking insights, leaving us with much to ponder. One recurring theme was skill development, and it's heartening to know that initiatives are already underway at various levels. Today, we will have more deeper discussion into this critical topic with a dedicated panel discussion, gaining even more clarity on the way forward. We have another exciting lineup of sessions planned for today, and so let's make the most of it. Enjoy the day ahead, and thank you for being here. Thank you so much.
Huge round of applause for Mr. Shanmugasundaram once again. And with that energy, keeping it high and going higher, we will begin the technical session of the day. So for the first technical session, which is going to be on insights on global die sourcing, expectations from Indian die makers, may I request Mr. Stephen Domi, Fibro, Germany, to please come up on stage. Huge round of applause for him.
Hello and good morning, everybody. So my name is Stefan. I'm working for Fibro GmbH and also for Fibro India, which we have a 15 years footprint made in India. So one of my favorite phrases is from Hannibal Smith from the A-Team. I love it when a plan comes together. So, but unfortunately, we had a plan to bring Thomas from LAEPPLE Automotive, our sister company, to India. To show you some insights. But we were not able to bring Thomas here. To make it short, the doctor forbid him to travel, but we were able to adapt, as it is also for as a typical die maker. Sometimes the plan doesn't fit out. We were able to adapt, and during a weekend, within 30 hours, we were able to get a visa for India for my colleague, Mr. Utku Agirbas. Utku, the stage is yours.
So, thank you, Steffen. Indeed, it was. So I got a call on Friday, and I was asked if I can fly shortly to India, and I just canceled my appointments for the next week and said yes. And then we prepared the visa work. And on Saturday, during dinner time with my family, I got a call and was said, your visa is prepared, and I was surprised. And I said, yes, okay, I will fly on Sunday. So it was the first impression to India, that India is on the fast track. So, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. And welcome to my presentation. So it's a great honor to speak here today at the International Tooling Summit in India. And it is not only the first time that I joined this event, it is also the first time in India. So, and the opportunity to stand here and tell our point of view from Germany as a tier 1 supplier is a great opportunity for me to exchange information and show our point of view. As a representative of a German industry, automotive industry, I would like to present the requirements and expectations from the German OEMs and the German tier 1 suppliers. So, this is the agenda for today. I would start with a short introduction for myself. I'm 37 years old. I have a master's degree in administration and engineering. I have experience over 10 years in the automotive industry. Currently, I'm the head of purchasing at LAEPPLE Automotive for the global market. And also in my free time, I'm hitting the gym and playing soccer. So now I want to explain what LAEPPLE is doing and show you some slides. So we are over 100 years young. We are a group, so in the group, LAEPPLE Automotive is doing car models for luxury car, for example, for Porsche or BMW. And then Fibro Standard, you already know, they are doing standard parts. Then FLT is producing our production lines, and also we have a training and qualification center, as the previous speakers told, that skilling the people is very important. I can fully agree to that. So now you will see here our value chain as a group. As I said, LAEPPLE is producing the modules. For the modules, you need press parts. For the press parts, you need dies. And for the dies, you need standard parts, which is fiber delivering. And also for the assembly, you need somebody who's producing the assembly line. FLT did it, does it for us. And for all this value chain, you need skilled people. And last of it, our training center will do that. So now, you will see our headquarters for LAEPPLE Automotive in Germany. We founded in 1919. We are a tier 1 supplier, as I said, and we have approximately 1,200 employees. So turnover is approximately 400 million euro. Product is car modules for the premium OEM, and we have a global footprint. We are acting in Europe, we're acting in the US, and also in Asia. So let me switch to the point for today. I want to explain our current supplier base and want to say something about our investigations for the future. So now you can see the landscape. Our current supplier base is now in Germany. It's in Italy, Czech Republic. In Asia, we are sourcing dies from China and South Korea. And in yellow, you will see our potential suppliers, where it is. So you can see, for example, Turkey, where I was and checked the tooling suppliers. So the investigation said that they are meeting the tooling requirements. And also I'm in India, and I would say for my first impressions, the tooling the die shops in India are also able to fulfill the requirements. And to give you a number or a feeling, how many dies we are sourcing, we have a target about 15 million euro as an average. It makes 140 CR. So now I will come to the needs and expectations from the Indian suppliers. which the German or the European first tier 1 suppliers are asking for. So now, this is our risk analysis. I want to spend some minutes on it because it is important that you know how we are doing our risk analysis and what is important for us. So, on this side, you will see the level of impact. And on this side, you will see the probability of occurrence. I want to start with the high occurrence and also with a high impact. Just to point out delivery delays. What means that if this is happened for us, it means our customer will not start his pre-serial phase. It means all the other suppliers have to postpone their dates. So it means the customer will be very unhappy. That's the reason why the impact is very high. Also, in the past, we had a lot of price increase from our supplier during the high quality requirements which we had. That's the reason why I speak very openly about our requirements in Germany and in Europe. And then the quality non-conformity, what means that for us? If we deliver bad parts, we get a punishment from our supplier, and in the worst case, there is a new business on hold. That's the reason why it is marked over there. So, what is the moderate probability of occurrence and a high impact? So at this moment, we have some political issues in Asia, and we are preparing us for how to proceed if it's happened. For example, if the European Union or the German government makes some sanctions on another country, we have to provide alternatives. And then the last one, or the risk, is risk of insolvency. So in the past, we had a lot of suppliers which are struggling with financial topics and at some risk of insolvency, which is a huge risk for us because there's directly an effect on the timeline. And then, which is new by the government given, is the German Supply Chain Act. So we are forced to check the whole supply chain due to issues on the human rights and also about the environmental. So now I come to the current changes which we are faced from the market. So as you can see here, and as I heard from the previous speakers, there is a high price pressure. So our OEMs are looking for price reductions every day and use every possibility to reduce it. So this is given from the markets. And then we have special high quality requirements from our customer, and also there are constantly increasing standards from the government. And as already mentioned, the short timeline, they will shorten. So the requirements from our German OEMs are the payment will done after finishing the tool. It means Homeline triad have to finish, part has to be green, and then you will get the money as a tier 1 supplier. And then the payment terms with long duration, it means you have to wait some months for your money to get it. And then high flexibility is a requirement. It means if the customer calls you today, he wants tomorrow the quote, and in 1 week he wants the part in the best case, and need your flexibility. So there are some challenges for the supplier, as I mentioned, geopolitical risks. Then the insolvency of suppliers, and a lot of suppliers have a cash flow issues. You know, if you're buying tools or producing tools, you have to invest a lot of money up front. And then, especially in Europe, we have a high inflation. It means we have high energy costs due to the war, and also increasing material prices, especially the casting. And then we have some suppliers which is not used to speaking English as a business English language. So now, I will make a switch from the challenges to what we need in future. So you will see here, it is important to understand each other. It means there are some technical needs and also some cultural needs to understand. So I will just make an example to make it more clear and physical. So you will see on the left side an assembly measurement report. And also you will see the measurement report from the outer and from the inner skin. The assembly is only green when the individual parts are green. It's not a functional fit. It's just about having green parts. And that's, I think, the most different one between Asia and Europe. And then what we need is supplier with strong financial background. It means we have to share, I would say, not pain, but I would share this kind of restrictions to have late payment terms or bad payment terms. So we are also having a process which we are checking the financial background from the supplier before nominating and the whole time. So it means you will be constantly rated by a software. So then we need a professional home line tryout, but there are some, how to say, I would explain what a professional home line tryout is. It means you not just have to send the dies to the customer, you have also sent the people to the customer, and then you have to stay there till the serial conditions is achieved. It means also if there's a correction change, we need some cooperation with the locals. So it means you have to talk with local tool shops and make some arrangement that in case of corrections, in case of engineering changes, you have to be flexible and you have to implement changes directly. So, and then next point is cost transparency. What means cost transparency for us? We have, with our German OEMs contract, which means we have to be full transparent. It means all the costs, the hourly rate, machining costs, and especially in change of engineering changes, you have to be 100% transparent. How long do you need for machining? How long do you need for tryout? What is the logistics cost? And so on. And then, as I said, we are forced by the government to keep only a supply chain which has high safety and high environmental standards, called the Supply Chain Act in Germany. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to explain my first impressions. So I arrived on Monday. As I said, visa is getting very early or very fast, and I want to share my first impressions in India with you. So first of all, I recognized during our visit in Pune that India is one of our best cost countries. And then the population is young and they are hungry to win, hungry to learn. And now there is a high level of innovation. What means that for us? It means that I recognized in this short time that the suppliers are always looking to be better. Just for an example that everybody is understanding, the suppliers are using different simulations for different advantages. To make it short, in Europe there is a software called Autoform and everybody is using it. And I saw there are some alternatives in India used. And then the plan from every supplier is to going from a local to a global approach and inspire to growth. And that's fixed and everybody said that's our plan and we will do that. And then I recognized that the tool shops are able to use from different standards the best one. For example, to use the best of Dean and to use the best from JIS. So, and also I got a feeling about that the cost awareness is very high. So they are checking to be better and to reduce the costs. For example, there are some tool shops. They told me we make a proper die and we don't need to send some people to the homeland tryout because the tool will run proper. And last of it, the business language is English, so as I mentioned. And to summarize it at all, so my feeling was India is on a fast track. And yeah, that's, I think. So now I come to the last slide. So our founder, as I said, in 1919, he was a skilled toolmaker. And he said always, if you don't go forward, you are moving backward. And he was a visionary entrepreneur and said that, and I fully agree with that. And I also have this feeling that you are running like this. And I would say thank you for listening and namaste. And feel free to be, during the day, ask me some questions. I will be there. And
Thank you, Mr. Utku, for that lovely presentation. Huge round of applause for him. And we would like to felicitate you at this point of time. May I request Mr. Gopal Krishnan, TS, EC member, to please join us here on stage. Huge round of applause for both the gentlemen.
Fantastic.
you're welcome.
We invite you again and again to come.
I will.
And enjoy our hospitality and
Calls for a great photo op.